Hello everybody and welcome. I'm Eustace Farmer, and as always I hope you're all doing well today. So Chellington 17 has arrived finally for the general public, and here we are. So I'm very excited about this. It was made available for download within your game in the Mod Hub menu, and it's also available on the Farming Simulator website. So do run on over there, download it, give it a try. You won't be disappointed. There's some great things that have changed in this map, and I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison for you so you can see all the hard work that has gone into not only converting this map, but also into the Farming Simulator 17 game engine itself. You'll really see the improvements, I think. This map for me is, I consider it a classic Farming Simulator staple. This is the map that drew me off of console gaming and brought me into PC gaming. So this is a very special map for me personally, and I just want to say thank you very much, OxyenDavid, from the bottom of my heart for your labors and your great attention to detail and your passion for the Farming Simulator game. It's greatly appreciated, and all your work certainly has gone noticed. So that's what this video is all about. Every YouTube Farming Simulator heavy hitter has been out there, and they're going to be reviewing this map, and a couple of the big guys have already been playing it for quite a while. So to do a map tour review on this thing, to me, is just kind of redundant and ridiculous. So my goal here is to show you the contrast between the 15 version and the 17 version. So we can all appreciate the work that went into this. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're started here right with the splash screen when you open the game, and then here's the 2015 version. Now this is how the slideshow is going to go. You're going to see the 2017, the now version now, and then you'll see what it used to be. Okay, so here's the 2017 map. And one of the things you're going to notice is all the fields and all of the landmarks are still in the same place. However, within those landmarks, a lot has been changed and rearranged and upgraded. And there's the 2015 map. Okay, so here's the starting point. When you jump into the 2017 version, you start off in your main farmyard. And just to give you an orientation, your grain sheds are on the right, and the main entrance is right in front of you. And here's the starting point for the 2015 version. Very beautiful to start off here overlooking the countryside and all that, but you got a little bit of a hoof and hike to get to your farmyard, so it's kind of nice to start right in the middle of where you're going to get all your business started for the day. Okay, so here we go. So you see a nice revamp here already. I'm going to use my mouse, so forgive me. You see the new gates, and they are mouse controlled, but they're not persnickety at all. You go up, you give it a click, and zip, they open right up. We've also got a new sign over here. Beautiful, vibrant new sign with a nice horse on there. And also you're going to see that this building has been added, and this one has been added in. There was another kind of building over here before, so it was replaced with this one. You're also going to see in the coming slides, there's the grain shed doors have been changed, the colors. And they still do stay open. They never closed in 15, and that hasn't changed in 17, just to let you know. And then you're going to see stuff like this over here is new, and this is a new addition in the back here. So there's a few things that have been added and moved around. And there's the 2015. So there's your sign. There's the old style gate. There's that old buildings I was talking about there. And as you see, that big fertilizer tank is not there. Okay, so here's another one on the 2017 version. So this is just another angle of the farmyard. Over to the right more, there's the grain shed for your orientation. There's your silos, and there's now this all used to be open here. You can park in all of three of these spaces, but now we've got seed refill in here. And there it is from before. As you see, you were able to park right all in there. And there's those grain shed doors I was talking about. You see how they're nice kind of rusted aged gray in the 17 version, and here they're the red. Equally nice, both of them. There's another angle. And as you're going to see with all the buildings in your main farmyard, that lighting has been added. So the farmyard lights up at night, which is really nice. There's that new fertilizer tank, I think it is. There's all your seeds and all that. Starts you out with a nice Massey. And there's the 2015. Okay, so there's the grain sheds as we have them now. There's the corner of that new stone building. And the other shed is over there. It's just beyond this building. There we go. There's the old one. See, so that shed is still there. It's just the new stone house comes out further. And when I took these pictures, they're not an exact one-to-one replica. I mean, I tried to get as close as I could with some of them, but, you know, taking the pictures in one game, opening up another game, doing it again. So, okay, so why is this here? Well, I in 2015, I called this the portal to hell because you go in there and it's pitch black. So, yeah. I've always thought that was kind of funny. And there was a building like this in the Taste of Donegal as well. And I was just like, oh, man, that's creepy, but kind of cool. So it's kind of like an old burned-out barn inside there. So there's the 17, and as you see, it hasn't changed even down to the bricks. So it's still the same. Okay. So this area has changed quite a bit. And he's made some real sensible replacements here. And I know he has had input from Landy Kid, and I believe that Landy Kid is the one that personally suggested this here, because the pigs, I think, used to be over with the cows before, were they? I can't quite remember if that was the case, but I know that the pigs wound up over here. So here's your pigs, and this is what it was before. Now, you know, as you know, if you've ever played multiplayer on this map, it can get really cramped in here if you got a few players and they're working silage and you're trying to get through to do other things. This can get to be a very laggy and congested area. So this was a really nice move to eliminate this and put the pigs over here. And there you go. There's another angle, and it kind of shows what's in back of the sheds there. And some of the things have changed back here, as you'll see when I do a view from the other side. And even some little things down in here you'll see have changed. And over here. And there we go. So as you see, there were some little things taken out here, like that little red bucket, and then that old rusty tower is not here in 15. There's a few little additions and omissions, and then that little green wheelbarrow was put in. I think that's a white one there, so maybe just change the color. He got a new wheelbarrow. Oh, and the water was taken away over here. The water puddles, it's now just mud. And I'm hoping that means that someday we'll have that mud mod back. Okay, so there's the other angle. So we were looking from that way this way before, now we're from this way that way. If that makes any sense, I don't know. So, yeah. So as you see here, keep your eye over here. Right up in here too. So we've got a little green tractor added in there, and that's just, you know, decorative, of course. And all of this garbage over here was taken out for 17 that was here in 15. Okay, so over here is the chicken area, and not much has changed over here. There are a few things that have changed. They've taken out the conveyors over here because we don't need to have them in there for sugar beets anymore, because you can dump them anywhere. There you go, as you see here. So the chickens are still set up the same way. They just took out the conveyors. And one thing I did notice, and you'll notice in coming slides here, some of the vegetation textures did not make it over, which to me in a way is kind of a shame, because it, you know, although 2017 is very rich and lush and green looking, I do miss some of the extras that were in 2015. Okay, so there's the sheep, and just to give you an orientation, your chickens will be over there, and you drive around that little path and come in here, and this is where the sheep are now, and that's where they were before, but it looked a lot different back then. Okay, so here's the new cattle yard. So you'll see that there was little things taken out over here and over here. This was added in. Something was taken out over here. You'll see it in the next slide. I forgot exactly what it was. And then, of course, that big cattle shed that was in the middle of these two buildings here was removed, and the new one was put over here, and at the silage lane over here going this way. And I think before it was actually going this way, if I remember correctly, in one of the beta versions when I saw Landy Kid doing the map, and I think he had suggested to have it put this way. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. So there's 2015. And as you see, it was a forklift and a little dumpster. That's right. And you didn't see that building over there before. And then here's a back view in back of the new cattle shed. You got your manure and your slurry, all the goodies. And then there's the back from 2015. Okay, and I just thought I would show a difference in water textures and some of the vegetation textures that have changed. So this is, as you see in the corner here emblazoned, this is the 2017 version. And I do not see the train running, so I don't think the train is functional on the 17 version. And there's the same area in 2015, and there's our beautiful train. But as you see here, all the extra little cattails and everything growing into the water and stuff. So the 2017 one is nice, but the 2015 one is absolutely beautiful as well. Okay, and this is just an area to show you the spinnery. So the spinnery is still in the same place. Just some little things. There was some crates and bric-a-brac around over here that were taken out. I'll show you in the next slide. There we go, as you see here. So pretty much the same orientation, just a lot of this stuff was taken out. This slide here is just to show you the horizon and the road that's just in front of the spinnery. The spinnery is back over here. And if you pull out and you're going down this road, you're going down towards the shop and all of that. And there's the castle. This one's a bit further out than the next one, so. But what I was trying to illustrate here is our balloon is gone. So in the 2017 version, you won't see the little airplane and the balloons flying overhead. But everything else is still in the same place, all the fields and everything, and there's our castle. It's always nice to mow the grass over there. And then here's one of the main roads coming through town. And not much has changed here. Just a few little things were omitted and changed. There was a couple of signs over here that were taken away, and the bus stop was changed, as you'll see in the next slide. So they had a little glass one before, and this sign has been removed. So not that it amounts to a hill of beans that you even care, but just those little details, you know. And here's a picture of, obviously, the 2017 castle, and you'll see that you can see the moat a lot more now. A lot of the extraneous vegetation was taken away, and you could really see the moat that was there all along, as you'll see in the next slide. Yeah, see, it's still there, but all this has been removed out of there. So I like both versions. So on this one, you're going to notice I took two different angles for the shop, and I'll tell you why. The shop area has been cut in half. It used to go all the way back to here, and he decided to just use this half and swing this building around. So this has been rearranged a little bit, but this area back here is now green space, as you see there. So we had it to here, and all of this is now green space. Okay, so here we are, the famous and infamous BGA, or as one of my three dudes compadres calls it, Mr. Species7, the Baga. So now we have our animal sales and purchase over here, Emerson's, and all the silage lanes are in to greet you right in front when you first come in, and all of the digesters have changed as well, as you'll see in the next slide. And there we go. And here's a side angle just to show you more of the cattle place. Some of the maps that have come out, you know, the little rearranged versions of Goldcrest Valley, they've done a very nice job. But man, thank God for Old Streams and for now Chellington Farm and even Lossburg. I mean, it's nice to have those maps in our arsenal now. And there's a little bit of a side view. And if you'll notice too, the lighting really is different between the 2017, go back one, if you see here, and the 2015. They definitely turned down the temperature on the lighting. So it's not as warm. It's a little bit more on the cooler blue side in the new version. Okay, so this is the first underpass that you get to when you, like, if you pull out of the shop and take a right and you head up towards the railroad trestle. This is the first one, and it hasn't changed. Now, people have been saying that, oh, I think all the bridges have been raised. Well, this one is the same height. And in the next picture, you'll notice, so this is by field 18 and 19, and there's the BGA and all that right there. So as soon as you pull out and take a left, you're right there. So this is a little bit of a different angle, but trust me, the distance is the same. However, the other bridge, which is over here near field 20, so here's where the other one is that I showed you, and then over here by field 29 and 10 in that area, there's the second one. This is the same picture without the map, so you can see. So you can see the difference in height here. And that's the 2015 version. So this one has been raised up quite a bit. Thank goodness, and thank you very much, OxyenDavid. And then here's just an overhead of the 2017 main farmyard, and we're looking from the front entrance here going out towards the back way, you know, going towards like if the spinnery was over there. And here's the 2015 version, kind of the same thing. So you can always pause the video and, you know, slide back and forth a little bit too. Or you could take screenshots. So here's another overhead version. So now we're looking, there's the main entrance in the front, and this is the back over here, and this is the cattle yard. Got your sheep over here, really nice. Here's your chickens, and there's the 2015 version. Like I said, is one better than the other? Well, it's up to you what you consider better. I absolutely love both versions. I think they both offer something different, which is really nice. So I think that they're different, but I don't find one better than the other. The only thing that I will say that I did notice is that the 2017 version does seem to have better performance than the 2015 one does. My FPS hardly budged at all. And I'm talking in the main farmyard, every place. So definitely more optimized. And I also accredit that to the fact that there's a lot less of that extra vegetation texture that I was talking about earlier. So I would think that that would have a lot to do with it. So that's it, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this little comparison. And if you weren't considering downloading Chellington Farm before, I hope I've convinced you to give it a try now. So this is a nice small English map. And it does have some tight areas, but they're not ridiculously tight. You can navigate the roads really nicely. You can get in and out of the fields very nicely, even with larger equipment. So, yeah, give it a try. So, until we meet again, please, everyone, take great care of yourself, okay? And thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye for now.